Guys, my name is Naveed and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss list in Python language. So first of all, what is list? Actually, there are different collection data types in Python programming language. We can say list is a collection which is ordered and changeable, and it allows duplicate members. For example, first thing we need to think like how we can create the list. So simply to create the list, we need the square bracket. So lists are constructed within the square bracket and comma separating every element, each and every element of the list. For example, I want to create the list. My list is equal to square bracket and 7174. Shift enter. Okay, we just make the integer list, but list can actually hold different object types. It is not like array, like it should have same data type. It can hold different data types. For example, I can also now you can say add the string. For example, my new list equal to Naveed. This is the string. Now we will add some number 2 3 44, then Ahmed. Shift enter. Okay, so we have now same like a string. List also have the function of length. So if you want to calculate what is the length of this function, how many items are in this list, so we have the function len length and pass the name of your list. My new list. Shift enter. Oh, it's a, like it has 5 items: 1 2 3 4 and 5. Next is how we can perform indexing and slicing in Python list. Slicing. Okay, for example, just consider this one list, my new list Naveed. Okay, for example, I want to grab the element at the first index. I just need this item in my list. So how I can grab this one? Simply write the name of your list, my new underscore list, and list is starting from 0 index, not 1 index. So this is the first index, so first index is 0 in Python list. Simply pass 0, shift enter, and here you can see Naveed. This is the first item in my list. Next, if I want to grab the index 1 and everything, pass it. Simply my new list 1, shift enter, 243 Ahmed. Just from one index, because this is a 0 index, so 1 index and everything after 1 index. For example, if I want to grab everything up to index number 2, simply write the name of your list, my new underscore list, colon 2, shift enter, Naveed and 2, 0, 1 and 2. Actually, the specific index, this will not include, just the element less than 2. So Naveed and 2, 0, then first index. Next, if we want to, you can say the duplicate my list. Simply, if I want to make the duplication of this list, so how I can make it in Python? Simply, we use the steric sign, my underscore new underscore list, and steric to shift enter, and here you can see we have made the duplicate of this list. Simply multiply by 3, shift enter, and here you can see multiply by 4, shift enter. Just if you want to duplicate your list, multiply with the digit. Like if you want to duplicate your list 4 times, multiply by 4. So simply duplicate the list, multiply by 2. Okay. Now we will discuss some, you can say, the basic functions in the Python list. So adding basic functions. first thing, if I want to add an item at the end of my list, for example, this is my list, and I want to add an item at the end of list. So how I can add? Simply, we had the function append. So my underscore new underscore list dot append and subscribe, shift enter. Let's see this. And here you can see this is my original list and I have append this string at the end of my list. But you think like, but if I want to insert an item in my list at specific index, so how I can insert? So simply we have the insert function that's supported by Python list. Simply name of your list my new underscore list dot insert, and for example I want to insert at the second index, so 2, and welcome, shift enter. Let's see, shift enter. So 0 1, and at the second index I have inserted this string welcome. Previous you can see at the second index was 43, but here I insert 2, at second index I insert this string. Next thing, for example, I want to, you can say you have the two list. For example, in one list you have the marks of one student, and in second list you have marks of another student. So how we can, you can say concatenate these two strings? Simply, you can say Naveed underscore marks 82, 21, 13, 141, and Ahmed marks is equal to 31, 321, 423. Okay. So to append element from another list to this current list, we have the function extend. Simply Naveed underscore marks dot extend Ahmed underscore marks and print Naveed underscore marks this list. And here you can see this is the first list 82, 21, 141, and I have extend, I have add this list item at the end of this list. Next thing, how we can remove an item in the list. For example, I want to delete some item in my list, so how I can remove an item in my list? Simply we have a function remove. For example, Naveed, no, this one is my new list. Okay, so my underscore new underscore list, I want to remove item simply Naveed, remove, shift enter, and my underscore new underscore list, shift enter. And here you can see we have removed the Naveed. But here I use remove function to delete a particular item in my list. But if I want to delete an item in my list by index, so how I can remove? So for that we have the function, you can say pop. So everyone that is from data structure, you know, when that in stack we have pop and insert function. So simply in Python list, we, if you want to delete an item from a specific index, we use the pop function. So my underscore new underscore list dot pop, and I want to delete the item at 0, 1, 2 at this index 43. So simply to shift enter, and my underscore new, let me tell you one thing, and here you can see we have delete 43, and this is my new list after deleting the second index item. Next thing, We also, at the last, we also have the del keyword, del. And if you want to delete a particular item, for example, my underscore new underscore list, and I want to delete this two. This two is as first index, and everyone know the Python list index start from 0, 0, shift enter, then my underscore new underscore list, shift enter, and here you can see we have deleted this one. Next thing is, for example, if I want to iterate from my list, so how I can iterate from my list? So we have different options to iterate from list. We can use for loop, we can perform list comprehension. So let's discuss list comprehension. Shift enter. List comprehension, you can say, are used for creating new lists from another iterable. Iterable means it can be a tuple, string, array, list, anything. But simply you can say it is used to create a new list from other iterables. So what is the syntax of list comprehension? Simply, first we write an expression, then write a for loop, like for element in my list. So it just iterate like a for loop. Let me show you the example. For example, I want to iterate from a string, like simply my underscore list, just say it's empty list, and for item in Navi underscore Ahmad underscore channel. For example, I want to store all the character of this string separately in this list. Simply my underscore list. As we know, we have the append function. Append item and print my underscore list. Shift enter. Okay, so here you can see we have iterate all over from my list, and I separate the character one by one, and I have create a new list. But how we can perform same operation in one line using list comprehension? Simply my underscore list. This is the, you can say, empty list. My underscore list is equal to item. No, for item in same string. Simply you can say just copy this loop and paste here. And print my underscore list. Shift enter. And here you can see we perform all this operation with just single line. So actually you can say list comprehension are more efficient and both computationally and in terms of coding space and time for the for loop. Actually it's more time efficient and space efficient than the for loop. So it's mostly preferred to use list comprehension if possible. And it requires few line of code. Simply if I have, you can say, some for loop inside for loop, nested for loop. So we can also perform the nested list comprehensions. So that's it for today. If you like my video, click on subscribe button, hit the bell icon, share the video with your friends. Let's meet another